welcome back to my channel. I am Jamie, a homeschooling mama to 5 kiddos. I have a 7th grader, a 6th grader, a 1st grader, a pre-K 3-year-old, and then a baby. In today's video, I want to share with you my digital subscription. I have a new digital subscription over on my Patreon. I'll leave the link down below. The Patreon, what that is it's a free membership essentially for you to get. It's kind of like a blog. I post free resources on there. I just talk to you guys, tell you a little bit about my homeschooling, but then I also have memberships on there that you can actually purchase, and one of them is a $5 digital subscription membership. It's called Wander and Wonder, and what that gets you is it gets you a monthly packet that's for ages, I say 3 to 12 because I create this for my kids in mind, and I plan on doing this with my children, and I'm going to kind of give you a peek at September's right now. The theme is leaves for September, and it's just different resources that you can use with your kids, different activities, some crafts, some discussion questions, some books that you could read aloud for the month of September, and it's all printed for you. I am going to turn my camera around now though and give you a sneak peek at what it would look like if you printed it out. So this is the title page. It's the Wander and Wonder. It tells you the thing for the month, which is leaves. And then I have this because it's kind of like my motto for my family or for homeschooling: inspiring curiosity through connections and story. And then so it's just kind of decorated. My printer is not the best with colored ink, so this is like a little thing. It just says, "We're glad that you're here." It tells you a little bit about this month's theme, and this is kind of what you'll find inside. So here you'll see open-ended prompts that you can either do discussion or writing. You have creative projects, you have reading with questions, you have learning moments, and then it also has stuff for toddlers and preschoolers. So the first one is an optional book list. We have The Leaf Thief, Why Do Leaves Change Colors, and When the Leaf Blew In. I feel like these books are pretty good for any age, and they're really popular books. You normally can get these books at a local library. They're pretty easy to find. And I have nonfiction and then fiction. So this one is ages 3 to 7. Leaf Man, I absolutely love this book. I've read it multiple times to multiple of my children. Pretty much every September we read this book. I do feel like it is for younger ages, and I give you a little bit about the book. I give you some discussion questions to ask, and then some creative and reflective prompts that you could do. And like this one is a memory sketch, so you could draw the life cycle of a tree. The anchor book for the older kids is for ages 6 to 12. Again, I kind of geared this toward my own kiddos, and then I have a little bit about the book, the read aloud questions, and then an optional activity, which is make your own leaf art inspired by the book. Which you could really do that with Leaf Man as well. You could actually create a man made of leaves if you go on a nature walk. So then I have a hands-on activity. The first one is leaf rubbing and texture art. I feel like this is good for any age. They go outside, you collect leaves, and then you're gonna place them on a paper, and then you're gonna do like a leaf rubbing. You can make a collage, or they can try to make patterns. The next one is a leaf investigation lab. So this is telling you about the lab, and then here's the actual worksheet of it. So I feel like for what I would do with my older kids is they would do this. My 1st grader, my 6th grader, my 7th grader. My preschooler, it would look a little bit different. So I would have him draw a picture of his leaf, and then we would look up the name of the leaf. We'll put where we found it, and I would just write this in for him. He could tell me the colors, he could tell me the shape, he could tell me the texture by feeling it, and he even knows how to do little X's. He could tell me maybe the vein pattern if we looked up other vein patterns, and I made him match it. And then size, we could do that together, and I could show him how to use a ruler. The next thing is a leaf scavenger hunt. Now this is geared toward the younger kids because it's kind of like a green leaf, a big leaf. It isn't like the names of the leaves. So this I would do with my little ones. I know that from just personal experience, all of my kids would love a nature hike, even my older boys. And my older boys do like to collect things, so they would probably help their younger brothers find all of these items. So a leaf with the bug holes. And sorry, like I said, the printer did not print this out very good. I am running low on ink. And then I have discussions and reflections. So these are like open-ended questions you can ask your kids. So what color shape stood out to you the most? Was something you noticed this week that you haven't seen before? And you could do, like I said, you can do this at any time, but you would want to make it around leaves. And I'll tell you in a minute how I plan on using this. Your journal prompt is described for older kids a time you felt like you were in a season of change, what helped you to grow during the time. And you're just reflecting that back to right now is a season of change. The leaves are changing. The animals might be getting ready for hibernation or for winter. For younger kids, draw your favorite leaf you found this week. Or make up a leaf from an imaginary tree. My first grader is very creative. He would love to make an imaginary tree, an imaginary leaf. This is just a coloring sheet. Here's a coloring sheet for like older kids. Tree leaves, this is where they would have to learn about the different types of trees and then what leaf they look like. This is just a count. This is made for the younger ages. You have to find a leaf and count them. This is a writing prompt that would be for your older kiddos. And then this could be for any age. It's a leaf lantern craft. So you would use a jar, you would fill it up with leaves, you would use Mod Podge or any kind of white glue that you have like diluted. And then you would just make a little tea light to go on the inside and you have a little lantern. So this is the entire packet. The way that I will personally plan on using this is I plan on introducing this to my kiddos, and we're just doing 1 or 2 activities a week. So the first week we would go on a leaf hunt and grab some leaves, and the second week we would, and during the leaf hunt I would go ahead and do the scavenger hunt, and I would do the leaf investigation lab. Now, for my older boys, what I plan on making them do is collect some leaves, and then I want them to do some research. I want them to figure out what trees they belong to, and I might even make them do like a little scrapbook of leaves and put the trees that they belong to, and figure out what is kind of native to where we are located. Another thing that I will do is, so the second week we might read the books. And I like to read the optional books and the main books. So that would be what I would do maybe the next week. And then with that, I would then do the leaf rubbing and texture art. So we would go back out, find some more leaves, and do an art activity. And then on the third week, I would just do maybe some of the open-ended questions or the journaling. We would read one of those other books. And then for fun, I could let them do the coloring activity. Or I could let them do these activities. And then the last week would be when we would do the actual craft. And that would be what we would do for the whole entire week. And I'm actually planning on, I have a field trip tomorrow, and we're actually going to a nature preserve. So that's actually what we're going to do tomorrow is I'm going to start looking at leaves and get my kids to kind of identify some leaves, and maybe even take that lab investigation sheet with us so that they can fill it out. Or we might just take the little scavenger hunt sheet and let them look for different types of leaves tomorrow on our little field trip. I hope you guys enjoyed my little sneak peek. This again is something that you can do a digital download. It's in my Patreon. It's $5 a month for this digital packet. I think this one was 17 pages long. I've already started working on October, so I'll tell you October is going to be all about pumpkin and pumpkin investigations. So make sure you stay tuned. You can follow me over on Patreon to get some updates over there. Like and subscribe to this channel so that you can see each month my new Wander and Wonder digital subscriptions. I plan on doing a video near the beginning of the month after it releases, and that way you can see a sneak peek into the digital products. If you do sign up for that digital membership, even if you sign up, let's say in October, you still get September's as well as activities that you could do. It'll all be there for you, and it's just $5 a month for all the digital little packets. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy homeschooling.